the better of their meetings this year, a lot of them in the Premier League. Overall, it's pretty even between the two of them. And they are the top 2 ranked players in the world. You expect them to be good. Michael Smith feels like he's coming back into his top form. Seems strange to think that a guy who did very decently in the Premier League this year hasn't been firing on all cylinders, because the likes of Rob Cross, who we've talked about a lot as being in form, and he got nowhere near the playoffs. So Michael Smith did the job. But you do know that the levels Michael Smith has are ones that can trouble anybody who has ever thrown a dart.
And on another day, this could have been the World Match Play final. Michael Smith was locked at 12 apiece with Michael Van Gerwen over a month ago in Blackpool, and a 1-3-6 checkout. So Smith, he'll admit he's been a bit inconsistent, but there's been some great moments, like you said. Got to the playoffs. He's got a big end to the year, Bully Boy. A lot of prize money to defend. His place in the top 10, even maybe the top 16 in the world, is under threat. The signs are good. Yes, he had to work hard in his game yesterday, but he found a way to win. And Daniel made the great point. He's going to have to play better here.
Early signs he might have to play a lot better. What's that like, Mark? I mean, look, I know you've never been in a position where you've looked at your rankings and thought, I've got £700,000 coming off it. But with Michael Smith at the back end of the year, he's got a huge amount of money with the Grand Slam and the World Championship coming off it. He's had the benefit of it for that 2-year spell, but there is a pressure associated with that, isn't there?
Of course there is. I mean, not on the scale of Michael Smith, like you said, but I've defended prize money. He's in better form than I was. Obviously, confidence becomes an issue. He'll be satisfied with how he's playing. He'll never be delighted because he hasn't won those titles. He's got to be pleased the way he's played, but it counts at the Grand Slam, the World Championships, European Championship finals as well. It's a lot of prize money, but again, he's just got to approach it like any other tournament. If it doesn't go to plan, you hit reset in the new year and just believe that he can turn it around.
And it's worth remembering as well, while these are non-ranked events, so that doesn't affect the ranking how you do in these, winning does affect how you feel. And it was a win in New York for Michael Smith. It was the prelude to the Slam and the World Championship titles it picked up.
Good start from Luke. It's a big ask for Michael, but it's on. Well, to start, this would be far away from an early break and throw in style as well. Humphries tucks that double eight in the corner. Double check, it is in there. And a hold a throw in the opening leg. And playing in good spirits. These two were teammates not so long ago in the World Cup for England.
Yeah, first-time partnership as well. Often wonder whether players are going to dovetail and work well. They were spectacular together.
And everybody expected it as well, so that carries pressure in itself. They won it comfortably, didn't they, in the end?
Might not be the pairing next year, though, as you say, with Michael Smith's ranking, Luke Littler on the rise.
I'd be surprised if it was the pair. Humphries will be there.
81.
He'll be alongside. Lots of contenders. Rob Cross, Nathan Aspinall, Luke Littler.
45.
It's enough to leave a finish, but Michael Smith should get to a better one from here. And it is better. But these can go. Oh, especially after that. Double 16.
130.
You can tell by the reaction when he released that. He knew it was well thrown. And it's only a dart the ball. And again, it's a 25. So a dart ball for a 170 combination in leg one. And a ball on an 81 combination in leg two. Is he about to find himself 2 down? He does. Last start, right in the corner. Humphries finds a breaker throw and gets early control of our second quarter final.
He is using every millimetre of that double eight bed tonight, Luke Humphries. One in each corner.
140.
It is a bit of a puzzler, Dan. He's never sort of got to a final or won one of these, because we've seen him win so many Euro Tour events, and they're not a million miles off the same format. He played a lot of games in a day, but he just hasn't found a way to win.
Well, if you look at all his games on big stages since 2023, start of 2023, which is when he started appearing in these World Series events. In all big stage events, he wins about 3/4 of his games. An astonishing record. If you just look at the World Series, it's only just over half. It is a big, big difference. And he said himself that he views these things as an opportunity to go all around the world and experience different things, and maybe he's not quite as focused. But it's getting to the point now where it is slightly annoying him that he hasn't at least made a final of one of these yet.
What I will say, though, the end goal is the finals as well, and you wouldn't be gobsmacked if that's where he breaks his duck.
61. Luke requires 60.
Could find himself 3-0 up here, halfway to a clash with Luke Littler. Looks a good guide.
44.
Chance for Michael Smith.
76.
Oh no, problem. Solution, double 16. Oh, finds it. Michael Smith. That wasn't the route he was aiming to go, but after a wayward first dart, 2 perfect ones to follow, not only gets his first leg, he gets it against the darts.
It was decisive as well, wasn't it? There was no sort of stepping back. Looking frustrated, and then he fires in. First max of the match. How quickly these games can turn.
There never is any hesitation with Michael Smith, and that's partially down to how quickly he throws the dart. It's also down to how quickly he does the calculations. Excellent counter, Michael Smith. Always knows, even if he's hit something he didn't want, what the next plan of action is.
85.
It's one thing I've always complimented them on. And both of them, really, they could let it be known to their opponent when they were frustrated on the big stage early in their careers, but they've matured into players that know how to play the game, know how to work hard in a game when things aren't going your way.
136.
A couple of visits from here, may only need one.
96.
He's going to need that second visit. He's left himself very handy, tops after 12.
The blink of an eye, Humphries led 2-0. Michael Smith hasn't hung around with an opportunity to level. He's got to do his bit here. Disappointed. Created the opportunity. Is he going to be punished?
The answer is yes. It is a break straight back. Luke Humphries reasserting himself in this game, but was allowed to. It was a leg Michael Smith was in control of until he just cast it aside.
He'll be raging inside, Michael Smith. Gets the break. Starts on his own throw with a 180 and somehow doesn't win the leg. And all of a sudden that hard work of getting the break back has been undone.
You mentioned at the top of the show these two played in Poland. That went to a last leg decider. Very little between, and Michael Smith winning that one.
Yeah, last start, it was a game-changing shot of 5-4 down for Michael Smith as well. I think it was a 1-3-4 or 1-3-7. The treble tops, and it was just a brilliant game. Played at a good pace. What do you expect from these two?
See how languid both of them are. That whole throwing action doesn't look like they're not players you look at and think they could throw for the next 3 years in this fashion, and they're going to experience any injury problems from, which is perhaps a more and more of a concern with how crowded the calendar is. And we've seen Nathan Aspinall, guy who's struggled with injury problems himself.
137. 107.
That is always an issue. Nathan Aspinall, finalist here last year. He controlled that final as well. He's having a well-earned break. Speaking of breaks, there's another one. Michael Smith, credit to him. He'll have been so disappointed in the manner he lost the last leg. But straight away breaks back, and good tie this one. Michael Smith averaging 8 points more, well, a little bit more than Luke Humphries.
80.
He's had a bit longer in New Zealand this week, Michael Smith, and the rest of the players came here early. His darts manufacturer's based out here, so he's been doing various things with them. You would think he'd be keen to put on a show. The people who are shoveling large amounts of money into his pockets on a regular basis.
100.
Already a 170 threatened in the match. That was in the opening leg from Michael Smith. Luke Humphries is going to get his turn. Is this run of breaks a throw going to continue?
107.
Can he get a dart? Oh, it's just the wrong side of the wire.
123.
Can't understand it.
And we require 76.
Big moment for Michael Smith. Good first dart. Oh, so neat and tidy. And deserves to be level. 3 apiece, back-to-back legs, both in 14 darts. We have a real game on our hands here.
Pretty neat and tidy stuff, isn't it? Just the one leg going into a 6th visit. And that suggests that this leg is going to follow suit.
85.
Dan, you said Michael Smith needed to play better and would play better, and he certainly is.
98.
Averaged 84 against Jeremy Fagg last night. The doubles were very sketchy, to say the least.
Well, look, with 6 legs into this, Michael Smith's won 3 of them. He missed 3 darts in the 4th leg, which he lost. He missed the bull in the first 2 legs of the match. He has had darts to win all 6 legs of this game. It could be done.
Courageous player, Michael Smith.
419.
Looking to turn a 3-1 deficit into a 4-3 lead. Bemused by that miss. Expected a treble 19.
480.
Tidies up.
138.
So for Michael Smith to leave this game for the first time. Double 4. Double 2.
6. Required 52.
At times undoing his good work. There's so much to like about this performance from Michael Smith, but he could find himself 4-3 down, and he is. He'll pick himself up again here.
93.
You see Michael Smith scratching away at his head there with the dart. It is something he does when he's annoyed, when he's made a mistake, when he's angry with himself. No need for it after that visit. He's drawn blood doing that before.
98.
Surely.
140.
He's not letting the sloppy legs that have slipped from his grasp affect his focus here, is he, Dan?
He must feel like he's the better player. He has been the better player for most of this game. He's just never led it.
56.
Michael Smith won't go away. He'll hang in there. He's got Buckle. And he'll keep chipping away at the world number 1 and world champion.
We require 32.
Level game once more. Another neat, efficient leg from Michael Smith. But he needs to find a break.
He's found plenty of them. He just needs to get in front. He deserves to be in front, boss. He'll feel he deserves to be in front. You were saying, Dan, he'll feel like he's playing better. He'll know that this is a good performance. But if you don't convert it, it's actually a little bit more frustrating than when you play poorly and get beat.
140.
Again, it's 8 legs played and Michael Smith has had darts to win all of them. You'll feel he should be leading. You'll feel he could have won it. Look at that.
140.
Looking at leg 4 down, leg 7.
Yeah, you're not going to take all your chances, are you?
No, but they're 3 in hand, aren't they? Yeah.
57.
We've got a couple of darts at bullseye. You're not going to criticise him in the opening couple of legs. We'll definitely feel he should be in front.
But this could be a leg where Smith is shut out entirely. And you expect you're going to be in that position against the #1 in the world.
431.
Good leg from Humphries, though.
You require 16.
Desperate for a World Series win. And he is one away from the semi-final. Never made a final. Guarantees he will at least throw for a place in the semi-finals. And
434.
new rivalries with Luke Littler.
It's a curious situation where Luke Littler will be sat in the practice room right now. And he may prefer the idea of having to go at Luke Humphries because he's got a better record against the world #1, the man who's won all these major titles, than he does against Michael Smith.
Back-to-back 180s. How's the layup here from Michael Smith?
57.
That's the bare minimum, really, off 187. Heel feel. Look at this from Humphries.
405.
That's a dash for the finishing line by Luke Humphries. Smith stopping. He's made life difficult for himself there. Too difficult in the end. Humphries should get a match start. He may get a couple. If he does get a couple at #8, he's been good on that double in this game. He'll have to be double top for a 6-4 win. And the world #1 is through to the semi-finals. He sees off Michael Smith 6-4. Smith looked the better player for so much of it, but then Humphries dipped for the line and sets up a semi-final with Luke.